What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Smart Money Sunday. It's going to be a rather quick episode today, as kind of a lot of it is somewhat of a reiteration of a lot of things we've already discussed last weekend with the Smart Money Sundays, as well as Nate's pre-market analysis that's posted on the Trading Nut YouTube channel. So if you don't subscribe to Trading Nut, be sure to do that so you get Nate's in-depth breakdown every single weekend as well. So we're going to start off here on EU, and this one's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, we gave out this very specific level last Sunday on the previous episode, and you can see that we kind of closed out the week here having tapped into that 0850 level, and we've had a nice bounce away from there. All right, so this one is looking good for continuations. I'm still looking at any excuse to continue to buy XXX as the dollar is quite weak. Now we do have some relative equal highs up here, even at 1.11, so we very well could go ahead and trade up through those highs here in the coming weeks. All right, but I'm looking for sells to buy, right time and price to get back into this market. Obviously, we caught the kind of wick entry here, but I'm still going to look to scale into this position, add more positions if we get the right price action. All right, so that's looking really good. GBPUSD, very similar situation. All right, we gave out the two levels here last week. We got a really nice bounce from the first level. We came back down. We took that low out, and so we're currently kind of consolidating at the moment. And I wouldn't be surprised on GU to see potentially one more pass, another run, to trade into our secondary level here at 2670 before we see that expansion. All right, go ahead and fill in this wick here. All right, did not take out this high. Okay, relative equal highs. All right, but again, same scenario here with GU as with EU. I'm looking for sells to buy as excuse to buy against the dollar. Okay, until price tells us otherwise, until we get some serious momentum and structure breaks on the higher time frame back to the downside, I will be looking to play alongside this current momentum we've been seeing. Okay, so that's GU, AUD/USD. It's a bit tricky at the moment. We've kind of busted through my initial level that I would be looking to scale in. Now remember, we did trade into a higher time frame level here, significant area of demand. We reacted, we did break structure. Right? Relative to this high, we have broken structure to the upside. Right? So now we're just kind of obviously pulling ourselves back into discounted price. Right, and I just don't really see anything significant in this area that would kind of validate, a specific POI for continuations for buying Aussie dollar. Right, I don't see anything there. That's why we're just going to have to wait on this one. Going to have to get some sort of slowdown, right? And then obviously our manipulation. We like to see type 2 manipulation. Specifically, we talk about that within our crash course. If you're interested in that, learning the different types of manipulation, how to spot them at the right time and price as well, obviously you're going to want to get involved with our crash course. All right, but this one, I don't have a specific level. I'm just waiting to see what happens on the lower time frame as we further discount ourselves. All right, USD CAD. This one, again, the same narrative, the same theme as we talked about last week. Right, and I talked about how we could very easily dig deeper into this POI, even down into 1.3050. Right, that last down close before that massive bullish engulfing started this massive wave to the upside. So we do have some potential room to continue to go to the downside. I'd just like to see a run on buy side liquidity first. All right, I want to see internal range highs taken out first and foremost. Right, we have some lower time frame highs that I think need to get run out, and I still like our level from last week, right? So if we can get that serious push up, right, then we can just look at this as expansion, retracement, continuation, okay? And that level was a 30-minute, right? That inefficiency play, 30-minute inefficiency. Go ahead and delete these. Coming in right here. All right, you can see the inefficiency that was created, massive high volume candlestick, price was never filled back in. All right, so if we can simultaneously run our internal highs while trading back up, filling in this range up into significant premium price on this time frame, I think that would be strong conviction to look to continue to sell this pair on down into 3050. Okay, so that follows alongside that dollar weakness narrative. All right, USD Swiss franc, nothing much on this one. All right, this is the level that was given out last week. All right, tapped into it once. And after we tapped into it the first time, I told our private group, look, I wouldn't be surprised to see one more significant run on the highs before seeing it spill over. And ultimately, that's what we got here. All right, so we now have kind of relative equal lows here, which is great. Nice potential draw on liquidity right there. All right. And I think this thing can just go ahead and trickle on down. Right. I don't really see a need now for us to trade higher than this high. I think that will be protected and the new objectives set with this sell side liquidity. All right, so congrats if you caught Swissy from that level. USD JPY, just again, these yen pairs on an absolute tear to the upside. And this is the level that we wanted last week. It's just the momentum is so strong, we just didn't get it. Right, and that's okay, you have to move on. You have to react and adapt to what the markets are giving you. All right, and so for this one, we have Friday's low here. Right, and I kind of want to see that low run out, even though we have a down close candle here. You have to look at what the low represents, right? That's the previous day's low, right? And so I would like to see that run out while simultaneously trading into this inefficiency, filling that in and around 142.40 for that overall continuation alongside this momentum. All right, so that's looking really good. We'll just see what happens with time and price when we're trading back down into this level. Okay. Euro GBP has been on a tear to the downside of late. We've created really clean equal highs here with news last week that I would like to see get run out. Right, and we have a pretty strong, pretty significant level here at 8650 that I would like to see price trade into. Right, so 8650. Right, this previous low here. Right, this redistribution. Right, the low within this redistribution. I think a retest on that 8650, nice institutional round number, while simultaneously running out our buy side liquidity. That would be a great catalyst for further continuations to the downside. All right, so go ahead and keep that level there on your radar. I think we at least need to trade down into this area of demand. If not, we still have some lower time frame equal lows down here. We could ultimately purge. All right, but that's the level there, 8650. Keep that on the watch list. All right, GBP Swiss franc, again, kind of the inverse of Euro GBP. We have some relative equal highs here that I believe to be the current draw on liquidity and why momentum is taking us to the upside at the moment. And so, I still like our secondary level from last week. Nice discount on the lower time frames. All right, get back down into there. We have some nice sell side liquidity to potentially run out as well. 1.13 round number. Get that overall continuation up into that previous high. 1.16 as the target. All right, so that level is looking quite nice in my opinion. All right. Let's see, a couple more. AUD CAD. This is an interesting one I talked about with our members during the week. And after we had run out significant pool of buy side liquidity, equal highs, 4 sets of perfectly equal highs, nicely engineered. Right, we ran up very quickly into that level, tapped right through it, took out that liquidity, right, triggered the buy stops, the breakout traders, and then boom, we immediately switched objectives back down to this previous low. Right, and I told them I wouldn't be surprised because we ran out that high, we didn't close above it, we didn't break above it, we just wicked right through it and immediately railroaded, that I wouldn't be surprised if then the next objective came right back down to this low. It's exactly what I said. Right, it's all about intuition and experience, understanding that the only thing that drives this market is liquidity objectives. Right, it's not trend lines, not support and resistance, nothing like that. It's where is the money. Right, you meet one money objective, one liquidity objective, they flip immediately to the next liquidity objective. All right, and so clearly we're going to be taking out this previous low, and if we retrace before then, perhaps you can get a quick little intraday scalp, maybe from this level here, right, on down into this low. All right, a similar situation there with NZD CAD, right? Most certainly going to take out this previous low as well. Right, and we got a potential intraday area of supply, a little flip zone here, right? Pause in the market, we break through, this flips to supply, right? So potential intraday level as well here on NCAD and ACAD, right? On down into that previous low at 8050 as the target. All right, Euro AUD. This is a reiteration of what we talked about last week. Right, we have really clean equal highs here that I believe to be the draw on liquidity, the objective, and they might just be more interested in going ahead and taking that out before having some sort of retracement. Right, but I do still really like this level. Right, it's the last high broken within this period of accumulation. Right, nice Wyckoff accumulation there. And so I'd like to see if we can get a kind of sharp sell-off, right, into deep discount, continuation on into those equal highs right here, and then we have an area of supply that needs to be met, 1.6600. All right, so hopefully we get it. If not, oh well, not the end of the world. We move on. All right, so it's all just rinse and repeat. There's always another setup. There's always another trade. All right, guys, last one for this week is Euro Swiss franc. All right, I'm also really liking this one. Right? Why? Because we've broken out, right? Created clear higher high, higher low set. Right, nice sequence here, looking for that third drive cycle. Right, extended second drive, pullback, run out, potential sell side liquidity, ascending liquidity with this trend line. Right, and we have our nice area of demand, that last down close 1 hour time frame, resting in and around 9,720. That if we can discount ourselves further back down into this level, would be a really nice area to take risk, in my opinion, for a third drive cycle into the highs. All right, so keep this level there on the radar as well. All right, guys, that pretty much sums it up for this week. I know it was brief, but I don't like to bore people with unnecessary commentary. Straight to the point. Hope you guys got a good idea of kind of my expectations and the narrative across the board for this week. If you have any questions, want to get involved in the community, please shoot us a message on Telegram at ArielFX Trading, and we'd be happy to get you on the team. All right, thanks, guys. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk again next Sunday.